Hey crafty friends, it's Kathy here, and today I'm playing along with a ScrapaSketch creative team layout using the premium book that you can purchase from www.scrapasketch.com, Lisa's double page layouts. I'm also using the amazing Hello July collection today because I just love the colors and I thought that it matched beautifully for my photos. So what I'm doing first up is I'm prepping all of my papers, and you really do need to go over to www.scrapasketch.com to check out the amazing printable ranges that Lisa has on offer. Now, if you stay through to the end, I have an exclusive code for you that you can use when you check out after paying your minimal premiumship, and get your discount on all these wonderful printables plus the amazing sketchbook. So it is well worth the money, people. I am matching up my gingham here, which is great with printables and Lisa's style, because when she designs so that the patterns can easily blend together to create a full 12 by 12 if you like, or to be used in a mix to match as I'm doing right now. What I'm doing here is I'm cutting down that beautiful dark floral there and this lovely brighter floral into 3 by 3 squares, which I need across a double at the top. Now this is like a patchworky effect it has on the layout, and these lend themselves beautifully. I have printed these out on light cardstock, 110 GSM, and they are just magic. As you can see, the quality is fantastic, the color is consistent, and the design just reaches beautifully across that page size. So I am just trimming down so that I have enough of those squares to fill in my layout. Now with the gingham, as I said, I have stretched it by being able to marry the pattern together, and that is the beauty of these printables from Lisa. They do match easily to create that full 12 by 12 scope. In this size here, I'm doing a 6 by 12 across the bottom, and then I am going to do a patchwork across the top as per the sketch for Lisa's amazing double layout book. She does have a single page layout book as well, so please go and check it out. You really will be impressed. Gives you lots of inspiration and lots of ideas. So now I'm putting in my patchwork pieces, and instead of taping up every individual square, I'm just running the tape across the page, as you can see here, and then I will layer them on, and that allows for that quick application of your squares to your page, and you can build that quilted effect very, very quickly. And look at how beautiful these colors are. I just love this range. Her Hello July, it just grabbed me as soon as I saw the colors. They are so rich and vibrant and just perfect. And I love the design when it comes together. As you can see, I love a good gingham, and this is perfect for it. And then those florals at the top, wonderful combination together. And I do like the dark with the light combination. It really does make the whole page pop. So go out and check them out, have some fun with them. I'm sure you won't be disappointed when you do go along and have a look. So I've just got this quilted effect happening on my layout, and when you're doing a double, you need to make sure that if you're carrying it across, your pattern is in the correct order. You don't do it the same, so that there's that continuation across the double, not a join in the middle. So I'm just trimming down the excess of that white underpaper that I used to lay this on, and that's allowing me to put the photos together. Now I've gone ahead and fussy cut out all of the florals from the icon page that goes along with this set, and I have prepared my photos on some red cardstock for the matting, and I'm going to use up the leftover pieces here of this range, and I'm going to tuck them in behind some of the photos to create a layered effect, and just to carry the patterns across a little bit more on that blue and white gingham at the bottom. And I make them just the same height as the photos, but not the same width, and that's just going to add some interest. And I'm just going to tuck them in at a staggered height level for these, and you can just see how that just makes a different approach to the layout, and I like how that sits. Now I'm thinking about that one in the middle, and I just think I'm going to stop and I'll just have it to the left and the right. This is a photo collection from our time this winter past, where we went to the Australian Wildlife Sanctuary at Bargo. They had a nighttime adventure with all of the lights through the sanctuary, and you can see the animals that were nocturnal active, and it was really very effective. It was the first time for a long time they've been able to grab my oldest son to come along, and we actually had a really nice night as a family enjoying that particular event. We do have a soft spot for the sanctuary. My daughter there with my son in the middle, that she worked there for a while as a volunteer during her qualification period, and then my eldest daughter there with her husband got married at the sanctuary, and it was a very special event for the family, and we do appreciate everything that the wildlife sanctuary has done for us, so we like to go down and support them whenever they have their big special events on. So as you can see, I've popped in a photo there with my three daughters, my eldest husband, and my eldest son. My youngest son stayed home this time, chose not to attend, which is what happens, and he actually stayed home with Ivy, which you just heard in the background having a bit of a bark for some reason. Okay, I'm now layering up both of the patterns underneath the main photo, which is the group photo, and that's just building some interest here to this bottom part of the layout. Now, as you can see, the colours just marry beautifully with this, and I am very happy. I'm just trying to get that right. Add a little bit more tape because I've lifted it a few times. I need to move it across just a little bit so it does peek out from behind the photo, and that it does give that balanced effect. And there you can see how this has come together. And I really do like this page. The colours, as I said, really are my colours. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to add in my clusters as per the sketch, and I'm just going to play with them for a bit to get the right combination happening. Now there's a cluster here to the top right of this quilted, and I'm putting in the banner there across. Now all of these are on the icon page, and you can print those out and fussy cut them. And then there's this one here to the left hand side of the page, and I just love how that sits and picks up the photo colors. So what I'm doing is I'm going to glue them down flat for the banners, and then I'm going to glue down some of the flowers here, and I did keep it in so you can see the whole process, because sometimes going off, people have asked, how do you know where to place it and how do you build it? So you can see how I'm gluing it down and tucking it in so that it sits on that layout. And then I have got some foam tape here, and I'm going to pop up some of these individual florals just to give some depth to the layout, and I'm just tucking them around the photo, and you can just see how they pop up and give some dimension and texture. I really do like that little floral cluster there. I'm going to repeat the process over here in the top corner, so I'm gluing down some of them, as you can see, and then I'm going to tuck this one in over the top, and then the banner, which is going to go and join to the edge of the page. Then I have got these butterflies, which I cut out of the icon page as well, and I'm going to use those. But I have this thicker title. It says Together, which is pretty simple title, but effective for this photo, because it's not often that I get my son joining us in and being part of it. I am popping up some more of these single individual fussy cut flowers, as you can see, and that adds to the dimension of the layout as well, and I do like the details that are coming out. Now these blend beautifully across this layout, as you can see, and I'm now going to put in my butterflies. I do bend my butterflies in the middle, and I adhere them down the center, and then I leave their wings flapping, and that just allows that little bit of interest. Now sometimes I will put some foam tape in underneath the florals of the butterflies, their wings, just so that they'll stay above the page, but sometimes I just like to leave them loose, as you can see here. So I put this in with these little thicker stickers that says wow together, which is pretty good because it's really about my son. He hardly ever comes out with us, the eldest one, and so it's really nice when he chooses to. To finish off, I'm going to use some faux stitching here, and I'm going to run a zigzag across, and I'm going to do that across all of the joins just so it looks like that I've taken my sewing machine and I have stitched. But a black fine pen is a great way of adding faux stitching to your layouts, and it also makes it just finish off nicely because it's sometimes a little bit raw when you leave the papers just hanging there. So a little bit of doodling and some faux stitching finishes it off and makes it look that much more connected as a layout. So that's just a little tip and trick for you today. The faux stitching, as you can see, goes across. It is subtle. It's not very heavy, and it just is that finishing touch that adds that little bit extra, and I feel makes your layout feel a little bit more complete. So I'm just finishing off the last part here, and when you layer it down, you do cover up lots, so you don't have to do so much of that faux stitching. I added in the time and the place there, and I'm just using some some glitz here to add in some red sparkles into my clusters to set up my visual triangles. I do apologize that you can't see the full double layout on my space. I do only have basically a 14 by 14 space that I work in, and you will see the full length of the double in the final stills at the end, so stay through and have a look. But look at those clusters, they just marry beautifully. Look at those papers, aren't they just divine? Such beautiful rich colors, and I just love how that has come together. You can see the different layers and the textures. It just adds so much to the layout, and those photos were quite a special capture there and fit beautifully along that passage at the bottom. Now remember, this is from Lisa's exclusive double layout book. You really do want to go over to the shop and check it out. Well worth the purchase, people, well worth it. So this is my double for the team. Look at it, it is so spectacular. I love how it turned out. Thanks for watching again, everybody. I really do appreciate you coming back every single time. Hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you hype this video for me. It lets YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and pushes out my content further. And don't forget, www.ScrapaSketch.com. Get my 10% discount with Kathy Loves to Scrap. Here's my next video recommendation for you, and I'll see you over there real soon.